Back, I'm Gertie Rude, back again, the Friday mood. Well, here I am, it's Friday and I'm happy. So, greedy and shallow, Meghan Markle monetising the monarchy. Doesn't sound like the Marklet. How dare they say that about the Marklet? We know she's frugal. She is the very epitome of frugal. So let's jump in and see what she's been doing, because I, for one, don't believe it. I really don't. I won't have it. Let's go.
Commentator Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, Meghan Markle has been accused of monetising the monarchy after establishing a Shop My page using her royal title, Meghan Duchess of Sussex, where she...
Nazarova. Oh, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Anyway, the Meghan Markle slammed for monetising the monarchy after launching Instagram Shop to earn commission. How very down market. How very pedestrian. Not at all what you'd expect from a monarchy person. Because isn't she the muchness? Don't forget her surname's Sussex or something or other. So yeah, that's happening. And apparently, no, I'm not having it. She's monetised the monarchy. Is this a revelation? I think she's been doing that since 2018. Was it the 19th of May? Not sure, don't care.
Is posting links to her favourite outfits, allowing her to earn a commission.
No one wants to look as awful as that. So she's positing to the whole world, look at me wearing this beige tea towel or whatever it is she's wearing. You too can look like me. You can.
When people buy them, she's also been accused of using Archie and Lilibet as clickbait in an act of
come on, no. Let's wheel this back, because that is unfair. Because all the way along she's been accused of not showing her children. And, she's still not showing her children. Oh, well, I don't think... in all honesty, come on, let's have it right. You cannot say that whatever's happening there, on the left, is monetising children. Unless she's selling their... Do you know what I mean? Their trainers, their trousers. Look at this he's wearing. Look at that she's wearing. Yeah, then maybe she's monetised them. But I don't think you can accuse her of basically everything. But monetising the children, mind you, give her time. It's early doors, isn't it? So that might be the next thing. Might be the next big thing. Yes, it's going to be huge, you know.
Inspiration to get people to visit her new online pseudo store. Kids, this is not something we'd expect from a royal or even an A-list celebrity.
They're calling it the Markle.
Well, you do, because don't the Kardashians monetise their kids? Didn't they have that North one on the Lion King, whatever? Oh my God, that was so embarrassing. And I love kids, but really. Anyway, moving on. That was, do you know what I mean? Look at my mummy and daddy. That was me. And then, yeah, if we did see one of the Marklet's children in that situation, then that would be annoying, wouldn't it? And controversial, all those words. But at the moment, no, I don't think she's monetising her children. The monarchy, yes, she is. And everything about... Because she perceives herself to be royal, by the very dint, I could say so much because it's YouTube, I'd get myself into so much trouble, I'd get myself banned. But she is the receiver of some very weighty substances, isn't she? That makes her a cut above the rest of us, you know. It really does.
Mall, the Markle Mall, which I think is so funny. I mean, this violates the Megxit agreement, which is the conversation that Prince Harry had with the royal family during the Sandra.
Oh, hang on, we've gone like that. We've gone like that.
The Sussex's exit from the royal...
but didn't she make the Megxit agreement with that old girl? You know, that really old lady that... I can't remember what her name was now. The one that used to annoy the Marklet because she was old, probably stank a bit of piss or something, she said. I can't remember who it was. Some old girl that used to be around the royal family. Anyway, it was her that said you can't. So she's not here anymore, so that doesn't really count, does it? If you get me, it doesn't. Does it? No, it doesn't. Forget it. The Marklet's marvellous. She's marvellous, and she's going to monetise it. She is. She's doing a favour to the world, you know. It's what we all need in those darkened hours on the precipice of World War III. We do need a bit of beige, what Marklet's wearing.
Family as being working members of the royal family. And the royal family was incredibly patient with these two.
They could have given her a bloody microphone again. Do we need to go and walk down memory lane and see this? Oh, it's locked down and I've got loads of loo roll and I've just wrapped myself up like Tutankhamun. Somebody's given me a microphone, bish bash bosh, and I'm off. I'm like Shergar. Oh, didn't Shogar disappear? So not like Shogar.
Listen, Edward them, but they didn't. You know, they gave them plenty of chances, and they were kind throughout the process. And here Meghan is taking advantage of their kindness.
Yes.
I think that this makes her look greedy and shallow, a shilling product.
Well, you know, greedy and shallow. Let me think. Is that fair? Greedy and shallow, the Marklet. Yeah.
Is the antithesis of Princess Diana and Queen Elizabeth, and I think she's showing us exactly who she is and what her ultimate objective was all along. And there's nothing. You're right. There's nothing royal about trying to sell us, a Gucci shoe.
Right, one shoe.
No, and collecting, I don't know, whatever the percentage commission is for each sale.
To be honest, it's Friday. I've given up the will to live. One more week of purgatory, and then I get a fortnight off for Easter. I can't blooming well wait. It's going to be halcyon. Anyway, so she's... Oh, sorry, ladies.
Really? You would think that would be the one area where
Rita.
they are perfectly comfortable, despite the failure of so many of their little schemes. They have actually signed these enormous...
Despite the failure of absolutely everything they turned their hand to, it's still a raging success.
Contracts, and have benefited financially from their titles. So you would think there would be no
She's benefited financially from Madame La Horizontale. As I say, I could say so much. I might do an X-rated, you know. What do you think? Would I get away with it? Not on YouTube. Probably have to do it on another platform. Yes, do a members only where I can be as rude as only Gertie Rude can be. Because, believe you me, I've got so much to say. But I would get banned. I'd lose my channel. Yes, all to do with that sort of thing. And, yeah. Whatever, move on.
Say nothing. So why she would cheapen her name with something like this is...
Don't be rude. My mother superior's watching this, you know. Yes, she won't have me mixing with the hoi polloi. No.
Beyond me. Now, meanwhile, we've got Prince Harry resigning from his charity Sentebale.
Oh, yes. Well, that was a thing, wasn't it? That was a to-do. Because when I did my reaction video, I didn't realise, because obviously, have you seen me? Bit thick. And I didn't realise that the Dr. Chakadabana woman was the one that was with the polo incident. That was tawdry, wasn't it? Yeah. I didn't realise that was the woman she was pushing out of the way. And now it makes sense. And obviously, if you glean and discern what she's saying in that letter about people that disdain the press, using the press, fingers pointing in directions. Fingers pointing in directions. Of people with, shall I say red hair? Well, a little bit of red hair. And quite a bit of baldy.
Amid unthinkable infighting in the organisation. There's been accusations...
I would love to know why she's done this, because I think the truth is in what she's not saying rather than what she is saying. What she is saying comes across to me as a defence and a justification for her actions, without making accusations or giving reasons for her actions, if that makes sense. So she's defending her actions rather than justifying why she's doing them, really. Why she's reacting that way. Yes.
Poor governance, weak executive management, abuse of power, bullying, accusations of harassment, misogyny. Tell me about...
I found out a new word, misogynoir. You see, and I thought, well, that was wrong, because one shouldn't have put that out into the zeitgeist. Because, obviously, as soon as I saw the word, I knew what it meant, darlings. And I thought, you're giving them... It's like, you just put it on a bleeding great big tray and giving it to the MARKLET. Misogynoir? Oh, you're all being misogynoirtic to me now, you are. You're misogynoir.
Charity, I'm going to say I've never even heard of this one. So, but apparently Kinsey, he's heartbroken about having to leave.
Well, heartbroken of being caught out more like with that Dr. Chakadabana bird from Lesotho.
has almost existed for 20 years.
Right.
He started it to honor Princess Diana's legacy.
It was good.
Because in places like Botswana, they work to help children that are HIV positive. They want to help children avoid becoming HIV.
Yeah, but I don't want to. Five guys. That's all her ex-boyfriends, isn't it? Anyway, right. So where were we with this? Yes, back to the same plot, because I remember when he originally did the Sentebale, it was on the back of the unfortunate fancy dress situation. Do you remember that? That was unfortunate. And he sort of redeemed himself, and he did have that little girl in his arms, and he said, you know, I swear to look after her for the rest of her natural life. I will care for her. And it came in, the whole remit of it was, the breakdown was about £20 a year in our money, but in their money it would have been above subsistence for her to eat and have somewhere to live. I think she's sort of waiting for a pension, but she's give up waiting for the £20 or the Lesotho difference of £20, like about a decade ago. Yeah, never seen hide nor hair of that. Probably sounded good for the press, and after that, 20 quid, you tight-fisted git.
Be positive.
Literally, I ain't got to pot to pee in, but I swear to God, tell me where to send it. I'll send her the 20 bloody quid.
And this, we understand it's a charity that's been really near and dear to Prince Harry's heart. But leadership, now accusing Prince Harry and his team.
That's what we should all do. We should donate to Sentebale, shouldn't we? Should do that. As long as it doesn't go to him, I'm going to have a look into it. Because if it goes to him, he can jog on. He's not getting a penny out of me. No, nothing. But if it went directly to the children, like, I don't know if any of you are on TikTok. If you're on TikTok and you're aware of Becky Joe, who's the young guy, Paul Hillier, he's been out to Cambodia. He went out there as a tourist, and he was out there. He come across an orphanage with some children in, and he put a thing on TikTok and it went viral. And he was asking, I think he wanted £1,000 to go and buy them all shoes because they were barefoot. And like, shoes in Cambodia are basically Crocs or flip-flops, yeah, which is like adequate for the weather and the environment they live in. So yeah, he wanted £1,000 and he got like £17,000, and he just went mental, and the kids are just living in luxury now. So would it be worth somebody doing that for Sentebale, trying to get a video going that you can earn enough money? I mean, I get a couple of hundred, you know, there'd be no hope. Be lucky to buy a pair of Crocs with money I'd potentially earn if I was monetised. I'm not. But wouldn't it be great if that did happen? And the rest of the world showed him up for the rotter he is. Low down scumbag. Oh, so what I'm going to be? I'm going to be like in charge of Sentebale and play polo for him once a year and haggle over who's going to hold the cup. Obviously, my missus is going to hold it. Anybody to do with the charity, they can move over. And yeah, it's all about self-aggrandisement for me and the Marklet, really, you know. And you can imagine whatever money they're playing in that polo and the money they raise. Oh, sorry, darling. Right, sorry. The money potentially is raised on the back of that polo. Is it it's not just a game, is it? I think it's a whole, do you know what I mean? Whatever it's called, syndicate of games. And then the winner, blah, de blah, de blah, and the money raised went to Sentebale. And I'm wondering if the money actually did go to Sentebale. And once you've took out the Marklet's dress and the first class jet to get them there, and their ponies and their gear, and claiming for this and claiming for that, Sentebale probably got the grand sum of a couple of quid. You know what I mean? That's what the beef is. Do you think that's the beef? I'm going to look into it.
His co-creator of racism, sexism, and bullying.
Oh.
And it's placed him in a very shaky position.
Well, potentially, the bullying probably came from where they're trying to cover it up and trying to keep it quiet. I mean, I'm only surmising. I don't know. I'm speculating because it was a pretty intense. What would you call it? Statement she let out to the public. I suppose it's through her communications team at Sentebale. Yes, so if you actually read that, as I say, it's more what it doesn't say than what it does say.
Undermining his credibility as an advocate against racism. So we'll have to see how all of this plays out.
Yeah.
But Prince Harry's
charity. Listen, when you say about that Sentebale and against racism, blah, 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 do remember Better Up? do you remember what happened with that? Oh yeah, we're inclusive and this, that and the bleeding other, and all the people were treated like cattle on the Better Up. Don't you remember that scandal? And a lot of the counsellors on there were treated like dirt. The employers were treated badly, and they needed counselling and this, that. The counsellors needed counselling after being in Better Up with him. So again, the money rose to the top like a Ponzi team, and the people at the top got a lot of money, and the people at the bottom got niche. It's that, and they were being exploited for their skills that probably cost them a lot of money at college and university to gain those skills, to be accredited counsellors, psychotherapists, this, that and the other. And then they've signed for Better Up and just, being given pork scratchings.
Leadership is suing him over it, suing the charity over it.
Well, that is...
Welcome to the show, my lovely lady.
We don't want that. We've already had that. Oh, God, Meghan the freaking mentor. Meghan the mentor, more like... Oh, my God. Anyway, I've had to... Let's go. Come on. It's Friday night. God's sake, the MARKLET. Stop! Whatever it is you're doing, just stop. Bye-bye now. Love you and leave you.